Hello everyone, and today we are taking a look at a analog horror series that I had mentioned in the Gmod hide and seek video. This is The Man in the Suit, created by someone called Unknowingly, and to which I think this series is great. So there are supposed to be 12, but there's 11 analog horror series, so I'm actually going to include the 12th one, which I'm just going to have to summarize. So it's going to be called Lost Tape. So we're watching. So the first one is Godzilla Suit Incident, 1954. Let's begin. There he is, Godzilla. The person in the Godzilla suit was unknown at the time. But the story the actor has I misread that. But the story the actor has with Godzilla is odd. This is a photo of him in the suit. Seems like a pretty normal photo to me. Nothing wrong about that. Here is another picture. Again, another normal photo of an actor doing his part. He got the acting job of being and wearing the Godzilla suit. And the actor fell in love with it. He would wear the suit most of the time, to the point where you never saw his actual face. Even when we take breaks, he would just wear the suit. The suit would sometimes heat up, but he didn't care. An actor on set. That's kind of like the people in. It was like if he was addicted to the suit, like if he was calling his name. Fair play. It's gotten to the point where he brings the suit home even though we tell him not to. He wouldn't really speak a lot, but he would say that his name is Goji, basically the nickname we gave to the suit. The last time he was seen on set, he was just acting in the suit until we just stopped. This is a photo that was taken. He just froze. Several minutes later, he would start to walk and stop yet again. His breathing was muffled, yet he was also breathing oddly. What do you mean by that? The director thought this was a joke, poking at him to get back in his place, but he wouldn't budge. Oh, something has actually gone terribly wrong. What happened? After 2 odd minutes of oddly breathing, he would tell people to check on him and to make sure he takes off the suit. This was the photo someone took before the person on the right saw what was inside. Oh, what was inside? What the hell was inside? The man opened the costume to see that he was growing into the suit. His flesh would slowly rip away as he tried to open the pocket where the actors would enter the suit. Oh God! The suit was now his skin. What the hell? I cannot imagine that. Somehow his body deformed to the point he was filling the inside of the suit, like the tail, feet, the arms. This is what they expected. What did they expect? Okay, Godzilla suit. Yeah, just a regular human being inside the suit. Simple as. What did they find? This is what they found. Oh, we are getting into the juicy bit now. Good grief. Angurius suit. Angurius? The man in the Godzilla suit still came along for the next movie. If they stopped and told anyone about the man in the suit, Toho would have been sued and ridiculed for keeping it such a disgusting creation. Yeah, clearly. So they decided to keep him out the public eye so they could bank off the success of Godzilla. Right, Toho wanted to find out the ultimate cause for all of this. Oh yeah, the man in the suit has been examined by private doctors. The doctors weren't really sure about the cause, saying it might be a pill, but they weren't certain. What they were certain about was the outcome. Whatever he took or had made his skin and flesh inflate in the suit, melting and fusing together. Somehow the outside of the suit was now his skin. Good God. His bones were rearranged inside to match the height of the suit. What the hell? And he can somehow feel the outer layer of the suit as if it was his own skin. Like all the rubber. Listen, the suit was made of rubber. Turns out that he could see out of the eye sockets of the suit, but his eyes were bloodshot. They were what? They were what now? His eyes were bloodshot. Right. The name for the actor who plays Angurius is... People on set noticed how he was ordered out by the man in the suit. No one cared to tell him what happened and what he has become. What did he become? The man in the Godzilla suit was very cooperative. Even after losing his vocal cords, he could still make noises like one of an animal. Like an animal? But what noise would he make anyways? Everything would go great until the last scene they had to do where they would both fight. Oh, they would both fight. I see. Come on, hit me. Let's see what happens. Oh God. Is that blood? That is blood. That is blood. The man in the Godzilla suit would chomp on the actor's head, making him bleed profusely. This was never a part of the script. I can clearly imagine, especially that suit is probably not thick as well. Like thick rubber. The actor would yell painfully for help as his teeth clamped onto his head. Seconds later, the actor would stop moving. So this is similar to what happened to the man in the suit. The man in the suit would protect the unconscious actor as he roared at anyone who came close to the unconscious actor. Good grief. The actor would awaken, shaken violently as he struggles to get up from the ground. The crew on set helps him up. Fearing the worst, they try to take the suit off. It wouldn't budge. Oh no. Oh dear God. A picture was somehow taken when the man in the suit roaring and protecting the unconscious actor. Come on, hit me again. This is the picture. Hit me again. Hi. Why does it look like he's doing like that Vsauce thing where there's like that one eyebrow and it's up? Okay, I'll take it back. It's creepy on how like the eyes look as well. Good grief. Oof. That is even worse. So now we're moving on to Depiction of Growth, 1962. Now this is right after the Lost episode, so let's continue on. I was startled by the first encounter with the man in the suit. Made me more curious than ever. It might harm me of doing this, but I need answers. So I've gone to one of my friends who's smart in this stuff. I won't name her, so I'll call her Eliza. I called her, but she was in the middle of teaching her class. I missed that. I recorded the section of the call.
The thing is, whatever this was caused wasn't from a pill. This is something else. Oh, God. This is the work of fuse with the suit instantly. His body explodes in the suit, then it reshapes itself in the suit. How do I explain this? Imagine a cream-filled donut. Without the cream,
Right.
it's mostly a flat donut. That was the suit before, but because of the filling. The man, it basically filled up all the space. But him and a cream-filled donut are different.
Yeah, clearly.
Cream and donut are separate entities. There is a barrier so they don't mix. The man in the suit, however, his skin, his flesh, his bones, it's fusing with the suit. His teeth would be the suit's. Whatever he took. It's mutating him. It's making him more like a creature than a human. Soon he will have animalistic properties, like using its teeth more effectively, and would be able to control his tail. You said his eyes could move, and that they are bloodshot. But in this photo, his eyes flashed back. Human eyes don't do that. You need to try and put him down. If not, it is probably too late for mankind.
I don't know how you'd put something down like that. She said something about him mutating to the point where he looks like a beast. I question what he will look like when he's fully mutated. She corrects me, there is no stopping him, no stopping point for the mutation. She then told me to go to an artist and gave me a description that I sadly forgot now. How can you forget something? Actually, it was like ages ago. I told them to make the art. They complied. My Japanese would be a bit rusty because I asked for one drawing, but I got 3. Here are the drawings. Hit me. Right, so that's the first one. Yeah, that one's a little bit more creepy. That one lines everything up perfect. That one basically lines up perfect to what that. Now we're on to this one, to which I shall go in and put a subtitle over that, or the translation of what that is. This one's 1958, so we're going back. So well after the it was either Angurius or Kong. I have to see. Either way, I'll put the correction in. I snuck around the Tohu building a day after the encounter with the man in the suit. I found a tape labelled. I realised it was some years after the Angurius suit incident. Oh, it was after the Angurius. Let me just show it. Oof. I cannot see that. Oh, okay. What I'll try to do is, I will probably insert pictures of it, of the text above in yellow. Ooh. Okay, I believe that's the man in the suit, but it looks like a tree. It's the way it looks like bark from a tree. Ow. God. That is annoying. Turn it off. I heard Destroyer of Worlds. Sounds like scanning. What is this music? Oh, I see him. That's that. Now we're on to mailed message 1962. I was mailed this tape. I don't know. I don't think someone. I missed it. What the hell? You don't understand. Understand what? You killed my family. You Americans cheered when we lost. We lost our homes. We lost our families. You nuked us. The nuke took my wife. The nuke took my kids. Hiroshima was our home. I left for a business trip. You took everything from me. So I decided to return peace by getting rid of the people who wronged us. Oh. Now we're on to Dorsal Extraction, 1962. And this one will be the final one I watch for today. So, let's get, without any further ado, let's get into it. I recently got 2 sets of mail. Sounds a bit like me. They were shabby, but they kept on Toho. They didn't look professional. What do you mean? They looked sloppy. One was how nobody at Toho mailed me the weird package even though the mailing address was from there. Second was that I was fired. They must have thought I was telling people this. They were correct. Thankfully, I had befriended someone to be a spy and get me photos and tapes of what was happening. He came here early with a tape called aka Dorsal Extraction. That sounds like a Geiger counter. We will try and get him out of the suit. We are unsure if this is going to work. Right, so there's the man in the suit. Godzilla. Oop, that's either someone or his tail. Yeah, that definitely does look like someone. He was very cooperative. He thought it would hurt him. It didn't. The results are fantastic. How fantastic are they really? Oh, that's the back of the suit. I'm surprised that isn't the end, because the spy told me after 2 minutes of being filmed, the man in the suit would attack a man with a camera. He told me that the flash from the camera hurt his eyes. I'm pretty sure it would if you're being trapped in there for a long period of time. The person took photos while they ran. These are the photos. Come on, let's see them. Right, that's a foot. That's... that is something else. Might be his leg. Okay, that's the head. Oh yeah, that's definitely the head. Oh, you can see the eyes.